Hey there everybody, today I have the Melbourne Avalon and this is the Melbourne Avalon 2. So this is a follow-up. They did the original Melbourne Avalon in 2015. Similar looking watch, although black PVD case, kind of had orange hands and markers, had an open heart on the dial. This one is very much more of a straightforward, classic looking pilot style watch. You're looking at a price of $620. Of course, I'll have the link below to the Melbourne website. And $620, you're getting an SW200 movement. Your case dimensions are 42 millimeters in width, 50 millimeter lug to lug or length of the case, 11 millimeter thick, and you have 22 millimeter lug width. Comes on this brown leather strap with rivet style. They're not really true rivets really, but that rivet style look. And to me, one of the nicest things about this particular watch is going to be that pattern on this dial. You can see you got a multi-layer dial here. You have your little nameplate that says Avalon. Let's see if we can get a little close up here. You can see where it says Avalon there. And as I said, that dial is really the nicest part. There, it catches the light pretty good there. Really, a really nice dial here. You have an all bead blasted case. 11 millimeters thick, so this is going to be very wearable. 42 by 11. It's going to be able to fit under a lot of shirt cuffs. Here is your SW200 movement, and with the exhibition case back, and you can see you got a nice little pattern laser etched around the opening there on the case back. Very cool. I like the look of this. And as you can see, that part is not bead blasted. It is your regular satin finish stainless steel, and then you have that laser engraved pattern. You can see it is marked 2018. You can see that you do have a number, that there is 200 of these. Now, I'm not 100% sure if there's just 200 of these because this is a regular bead blasted version. There is also a PVD, or is it DLC or PVD? I don't remember. You're going to have to check the website on it, but pretty straightforward. You could see that very large red tipped second hand going around the dial. Very clean looking dial. You have nice markers there, applied markers. Everything about this watch is actually really well done. As far as the case and dial and everything, very easily readable. Of course, this is a sapphire crystal on there. I would say that the one thing is just with the way that slightly this slightly domed sapphire there, I would really prefer a flat sapphire crystal instead. And here's the reason why. That dome crystal, no matter what, no matter how many AR coatings, layers of AR coating that you're going to put on, that dome crystal is going to have glare. And because of the way the light hits that, a lot of the time when you're wearing this, you just don't see that pattern on the dial. I think the light would come in better. I think the light would light up that dial, what I'm talking about there. And allow you to see that pattern a lot more if it had more of a flat standard sapphire crystal there. I think really there's two things for this watch that I'm just not a big fan of. One is going to be is it just doesn't have, it's not a screw down crown. And nowhere on the watch does it say what the water resistance is. Checked it out on the website. It is only 5 ATM water resistant. I would really just, even if it didn't have a screw down crown, I'd really just love at least 10 ATM, just so I have a little more insurance when you're getting the watch wet, you're doing anything, you're in the rain, or you're doing some kind of activity, you don't have to worry about it as much. The non-screw down crown isn't that big of a thing. But these days we have seen, a lot of field style watches. I mean, take a look at a lot of the Lumtech watches that are field style watches. They're at least 100 meters water resistant, and they do have screw down crowns as well. I will say no issues getting to the screw down crown with the crown guards or changing or setting the time or anything like that. And as I said, this is a really nice looking watch. You take a look at the case sides here and everything. This is a nice, straightforward pilot style or field style watch here, depending on how you look at it. The other thing I'm just not a big fan of is just this leather strap is, in my book, what I'm going to call okay. It's not the softest feeling. You could see it's definitely going to leave a mark where you where you have the buckle on it. It's just not a great feeling leather strap, I guess, really is the way I want to say it. And it is what it is. A leather strap, whatever, you could always be replaced. You could put whatever on it, but not a big fan of the strap the way it is. Here it is on my 7.5-inch wrist. Wears very nicely. As I said, only 11 millimeters thick, so a nice thin watch. Should be able to fit under a lot of shirt cuffs if that is something that you worry about. As always, now there is a nice buckle on this as well. I really do like that buckle. It is bead blasted to match, and it's not that it's a super extravagant buckle or anything like that, but it's not just your plain, we've seen it a million times, cheap stamp buckle that they did nothing to. They made an effort to I don't know if they made this, had this custom made or not, but they made an effort, at the very least, to have a nice buckle sourced. You can see they have their logo on there. Just matches up very nicely with the watch. And I wanted to show you how much tongue I have left. I have 3 holes left there, so you can kind of see and gauge where you would be at with your wrist size. Pretty nice looking watch though on the wrist. Very, very comfortable. The lume is good on this as well. Let me show you a lume shot right now. Not the, absolute gonna blow you away lume, but I think for what this is and those thin markers, this Melbourne does a pretty good job. All right, so that is a look at the Melbourne Avalon 2. We've reviewed a good few amount of Melbourne watches over the years here at Watch Report. I never reviewed the MK2. I don't think anybody did. I know I never saw it in person. Based on looking at pictures that I saw online, I much prefer this version. It's a much more clean, just classic looking version of a field or pilot style watch, and I think for what this watch is supposed to be, it does it really well, and I really do like that dial a lot. Just a very, very nice looking watch, and I think a pretty nice price for what it is. If you want to see more, click the link in the description, take you over to watchreport.com. You could read my written review, take a look at the pictures and everything. I'll have the link down to Melbourne's website as well. If you like this video, give it a like. If you're not subscribed to this channel yet, please go ahead and do so. We'd greatly appreciate it. Subscribe and hit all the notifications. Follow us on social media, all that cool stuff. We always appreciate it, and we hope you are enjoying our content. Thanks for watching. Talk to you on the next one.